Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. I'll show you today how to deploy a production-ready authentication and API security platform with multi-factor authentication, API key management, comprehensive audit logging, and a lot more, which I'll be showing you later in this video. What we are building here is basically a complete identity system where you manage registration of your users with JWT and cookie authentication, multi-factor authentication, as I described earlier, API key management, audit logging, role-based access control system, session management for users, a multi-tenant system which allows you to actually create several or multi-tenants and manage them as well as an application that is ready to be plugged into Azure, which you can also extend to AWS and other cloud services. What's included in this package? Basically, this suite comes with everything you need to start up your SaaS organization, be you an enterprise system, a solo developer, or someone who just has an idea and wants to push it to the internet. The tech stack is basically ASP.NET. We're using the 8 core version, and you would need this installed on your device for this to run. So you must have .NET package installed locally on your device. If you don't know how to do that, please check my other video where I actually described the core backend that powers this application which I'm showing us today. So basically you will need to uh, buy the product if you decide that you want to use it, and once you purchase it here at Gumroad, you would need to extract the product, and the product should look exactly like this. You should have images, videos, and the installer, which I'll show you how to use in a moment. And once you run the installer, it should start the product. And once your pages are live, you can visit any of these links to actually see how the product runs. I would suggest to visit basically the first link, and from there you can navigate. So how do we start? You must have, if you're on Windows, you need Git Bash, or you need WSL. And if you're on Linux or you use Mac, you would not need to worry about this. I already have my Git Bash open here, which I'll be using today for this to show you how this runs. So the first thing you need to do once you have the application extracted and you have it in a folder, you need to navigate to the folder where you have your application, and I will do that now. You can do that simply with CD to your application folder, and once you're there, you have to gmod the file since you're running it for the first time, and to make it executable, I will do that right away. And once you have that executable set, you can now simply deploy your application by running this tiny script here. I will now deploy this application, but right before I do that, I would like us to also see what's happening inside your folder once you have the application set. So I will minimize this so we can pay more attention to our command prompt, and at the same time see how this runs. The application has started now, and at this moment I will quickly show you what you have. You should see the logo, BlueMintZ. It will start deploying, and here we can see all the steps. Now I will show you quickly what's happening here. As you can see, the SaaS backend folder has been created, and all the packages that we need for your application to run will be installed right here, which is what is happening in the command prompt. So once you have all the files installed in the folder, as we see here, it should start your application and you should have everything running. So right now it's still building, and I think we haven't even used 5 minutes yet in this procedure. So this should take plus or minus, I'll say 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the application, on the device you're using, how many processors you have, and how fast your computer is. As you can see here, my application is live and running, and we are ready to test. To test this application, I would simply go to the page. And guys, please remember this is the development environment. I would navigate to that page now, and simply we should be able to see our application running. And this is the application. As I mentioned earlier, it comes also with additional products which you can customize as you so desire. We have the core backend right here, and we also have the actual application which I'm going to show you how it works in a moment. And we also do have some other extensions which you can customize based on the niche you want to build. That being said, we can see our application is up. We will go and explore. To explore the application, it comes with everything I mentioned: API key management, multi-factor authentication, audit logging, session management, SSO integration, and every other additional stuffs. We will quickly explore the admin and user dashboard so you can see that we do have everything set for you for customization. This is the admin dashboard, and to log in here we simply need to use either of these admin demo accounts, and this is exactly what the dashboard should look like. The dashboard also comes customized with a sidebar which you can use and customize according to your niche. We also do have the user platform where admins can also manage users using your platform, and we also have a nice page for the users. I will also show you how it looks. Right now it looks simply like this. You can customize it as well to suit your niche. It all depends on the product you're building. The other thing I would like us to check is the live test hub, where you can actually test all the APIs that come with this product. You can at the same time also basically check the APIs for the actual product, the identity security product, using either of these users. You can either use the admin, the user. I will be using the admin just to show you what it looks like. And as you can see, once you log in with the admin, it brings you back to the platform. To test the APIs, you can simply go to test an identity, and you can log in here. And once you're logged in, you should see the alert, and you can proceed with testing all the endpoints. As you can see, you can get current user, you can see active users or active sessions, you can log out if you so wish. You can also test all other endpoints that we have here. For example, the API key management endpoint, where you can actually create new API keys, for example here, and you can even see the list of API keys that are being managed under your platform. So the application basically comes equipped with everything you need. The multi-factor authentication API endpoints can also be tested here, and so on. To save us time, I don't want to go so much through this, but you can always go through it once you have the product and see what you have right in there. As you can see, we are back to the enterprise identity and API security suite, which is what we are actually showcasing here. Um, Just before we end this, I will just show you what we have in the folders. As you can see here, all the packages are here, and if you do wish to maybe explore this file, if you have Visual Studio Code, you can explore the file right here. I will stop the application right now since it's still running, and I'll quickly show you how to run this application from Visual Studio Code. Basically, the source file is where you have the API, and the API is right here, the unified API. To run this application from VS Code, you simply need to open your terminal, and you have to navigate to the source file, which I will do in a moment. And just before we do that, I want to highlight what this application, or who this application is for. It's basically, like I mentioned earlier, for SaaS founders. If you're building multi-tenant applications, if you're an enterprise needing compliant security infrastructure, or you're a developer who wants to build production ready authentication systems, or even integrate them into your existing applications. Also, if you require API key management, you can also do so. And there are so many other things which you can do with this application, and extend it to actually fit your need. As I mentioned earlier, I'll show us quickly how to run this on VS Code. And to do that, you simply navigate to your folder path. Uh, I believe that I do have an issue here, so I'll simply open that path right here. And to open the path, we simply right click and we go with open in integrated terminal. And once you're here, you do need to set the environment to development to run, because this application was built to run basically in SQLite in development mode, but in production you would be running it using the SQL Server. As you can see, the application is starting and already running as well. We can double check that to see if our pages are still loading, and they should be. As we can see, this is the home, products, identity security suite, and every other thing we discussed earlier. um, to conclude, I will just quickly highlight the things that we can do here, or the quick steps you can take to customize this application for your niche. And just before I do that, I will also remind us that you can see or view the full documentation simply by clicking right here to view the full documentation for this uh, identity security suite from us, BlueMintZ. That being said, I will quickly go through the files that you need to check to customize this application. You need to check the programs.cs file, which I have here, and you basically need to check the Swagger customization and adjust it to fit your product. You can also customize the UIs. You can find this file right in this right in the installation folder. I would include this file for you so you can go through it and actually see how to customize this SaaS backend really quick and fast to your niche, your product, and launch as fast as possible. You can also configure your business model in the app settings, the JSON file, and also option services or SMS providers can be uh, configured in the service file. All these files are right in the folder, and you can simply locate them by typing the few lines or few names. For example, if you want to see the app settings, you can simply type app, and you should see app settings, the JSON, the file which I was talking about earlier on. I'll quickly go through this before we end this video. And the last thing or other things to check are the pricing plans for your package. You can do so in the use billing, the CTML file. For authentication, you can configure authentication also in the programs.cs file and also the authentication folder. File storage can also be managed. You can customize your domain as well in the programs.cs file with your company name, and you can customize the test hub, or basically change that test hub. This is the test hub right here, to showcase your products or whatever you are trying to develop. And finally, you can add your own analytics, and you can either use Google Analytics or other alternatives. And that's it, guys. We have come to the end of this video. Your product is ready to and running, and you can customize as you so wish. If you like this video, please leave a like, click the like button, and if you have other questions, you can visit our website or simply leave a comment under the video. Thank you and have a nice day.